Welcome back. It's the Kovacs Report. We got a little more Spidey fun this week. Yes, Michael Straczynski and Phil Noto's Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six. This has been a short-lived little mini-series of odd pairings, and this is the next in line. And if you're looking for a little bit of fun in the afternoon, nothing too serious and a bit of a laugh, this will be perfect for you. So I'm going to go through it page by page, give you my thoughts, of course. There will be spoilers, so please read it first if you don't want it ruined. Like the video if you like the video and hit subscribe. I'm really trying to build this channel so I can make more of these videos. So let's dive straight in. We've got a cool cover here by Terry Dodson. Essentially, there is this very prestigious restaurant where the waiting list is months and months and months, and only the richest and most refined individuals in New York City can attend. But by some little finagling, old Peter Parker here has managed to get an invite, or rather a reservation, so him and Mary Jane can take a well-earned and rare night off and have a little bite to eat. So like I say, this is a fun book. Don't expect anything too serious. I really like it. So we find out that the way he swindled, and swindled he has, the invitation, is that it actually came in for Tony Stark. What he did was he asked the assistant to make a reservation for 4, and then he cancelled Tony and Tony's guest so that him and Mary Jane could go. She says she finds that kind of hot. I thought it was quite funny. Good old Peter Parker there, going against the odds. So they get there, and it's empty. But then the guests started arriving, and they're not your average guests. They're not just the celebrities. They're not rich and powerful people. They're more superheroes. And we have Thor and She-Hulk here on a date, not a date. And they're being very cagey about their relationship here. It's really funny. And I love how Phil Noto's drawn She-Hulk so towering over everyone else. You really feel her presence here. And the comedy between the two of them is quite funny. They're sort of trying to hide the fact that maybe they are, getting up to some freaky business behind closed doors. Anyway, we move on and we get more guests arriving. This time it's Doctor Strange and his guest, and they sort of nod at each other. And this is where Pete gets his little spidey sense tingling, because not only are there superheroes arriving, there are also supervillains. And we see Otto Octavius here, Doc Ock himself, with his lady friend coming for dinner too. So he's like, uh-oh, this is where it's all going to go wrong. And you get these silent pages where you don't need to say anything. You know what's being thought between the two of them. But of course, Pete gets up and says, outside now. And they have a little chat. And Otto's like, listen, right, let's just call it. I just want to eat. I've got this guest here. I really want to impress her. I just want to take her out for dinner. Let's just be cool and let bygones be bygones for tonight only. Pete's like, okay, but reluctantly he agrees. Anyway, it continues to get lucky here, of course, with two ladies, because, one wouldn't be enough. And you get Thor sort of getting a little bit upset here, bending the cutlery. And it continues. You get all these pairings turn up. Some are really funny. And of course, you'll notice that a lot of these people are arch enemies. And there's time for this to all go wrong. But even worse, Venom turns up, essentially, and that's not a good one. So Pete, of course, asked him outside, said, Eddie Brock, let's get outside and have a chat. And he said, well, I got an email. I got an email saying that I could come and have dinner. I haven't got any friends, so I've just brought myself. And you almost feel sorry for Eddie Brock, and then you remember what he's done, how terrible he is. So again, they reluctantly decide to just ignore each other and let the night go peacefully. And of course, here comes the chef. This is one of those Bistrot du Jardin chefs, Chef Renaud Georges Antoine Dubois. Okay, so he's this very well-known chef, and he only makes the best of the best. So, as you can see, his audience isn't very impressed at all, and they start having their dinners served, and everyone is peaceful, much to the chagrin of our chef here and his lovely wife, I take it, or assistant, because this has all been engineered to create a big battle, because the chef's in trouble because he can't pay his bills, and what he wants to happen is that all of these guys start fighting and destroy the place so he can claim the insurance, right? Because he's in trouble. He's in a lot of financial trouble. So that's why he specifically invited all these people, and that's why these people who wouldn't normally, of course, get these invites have been invited to dinner. So Mary Jane and Pete, they're enjoying their dinner. And you know what? It's really nice to see Pete and Mary Jane enjoying dinner in a Spider-Man comic. Let's see more of that, please. Okay. And the chef's getting a little bit upset because no one's fighting. So he starts to try and instigate moments, but everyone keeps it calm and keeps it peaceful. So he's absolutely at his wit's end here, this chef. He's not happy about this. Anyway, just when you think everything's going to go nice and according to plan. Old Eddie Brock here, he's laughing because he's come, like I say, on his own. So he's watching cat videos, and some bit of his food spits out of his mouth, and it hits the owl here, and he's not very happy about this. And this is where all hell breaks loose. Finally, Venom kicks up. Otto actually doesn't start getting into the fight. He protects the young lady here, which is really interesting. But they all start fighting, and hilarity ensues. As you can see, it's all going down here. Things go from. I love that old Mystique's not moving. She's not bothered. This doesn't bother her. She doesn't care. We've got Bullseye there. It's just quite funny. It's a giggle. It's not laugh out loud funny, but it is a bit of a giggle. Anyway, the fight eventually abates, and the building literally collapses. So the chef thinks, brilliant, I can claim this insurance. But Jennifer Waters here, in her capacity as a lawyer, now she's overheard their conversation while in the kitchen. They're saying, listen, it's my duty to report this. This is fraudulent. So the assistant says, listen, I had nothing to do with it. And she actually taped the call. So it shows that this woman, who doesn't really care about the chef too much, says, look, I've got a recording here saying that it was nothing to do with me. It's not my idea. And can you represent me? So she says, okay, we'll get the paperwork going and we'll see what we can do. And then it ends with Pete and Mary Jane having a makeshift breakfast on top of a building. They're in love, and it's really, really nice. Otto saying goodbye to his lady friend, and Venom still laughing at the kitty cats on his phone. And this is really nice because you know what? We got to see Spidey happy for once, okay? And Mary Jane and the two of them just enjoying a little moment together. So do you know what? Why it might not be a laugh out loud, roaringly funny comic. It was a nice little giggle, and it was just a little bit of heartwarming to see these two doing what they should be doing in the mainline Spider book. So I really enjoyed it. The art was lovely by Phil Noto. He's really captured the characters well. It's just really good fun. Okay, and this is actually the last in these pairings. I think there's done a few more. It's going to be collected in a trade under the Marvel Tales banner. However, there are other stories which may or may not come out in the future. So it was really good fun. I liked it. I hope you like it too. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video. And of course, give that subscribe button a little slap. That would be great. Take care now.